Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. This next reading, I'm going to ask a question that's been much on my mind, watching lots of TikTok videos and such. And that is, why so many Karens? What is going on in this world that all these Karens, and I'm sorry for anybody watching whose name is Karen. I had a neighbor named Karen growing up, very nice lady, but we'll put Karens in air quotes. Why so many Karens in this world? What is it that we're supposed to be taking away from this? It doesn't take long to find these self-righteous, typically white women just feeling the need to impose their will on other people. I'd ask why they're doing that, but I think I already know they want control. But what's the lesson we're supposed to be learning from all these Karens? What are they supposed to be showing us other than how not to behave in public? Okay, we've got the Knight of Cups, Message of Emotions, Two of Cups. Okay, let me bring this down here. Again, try to turn the cards around so you can see them. So the underlying message is the Knight of Cups. This is somebody going forth with an emotional message. And in the case of Karen's, it's not a very pleasant emotional message. It's a very strong emotional message. Now, what's causing that message? What are we supposed to learn about this emotional message? It's a contract between people. I'm thinking that what we're learning is that one does not have a relationship by oneself. One has a relationship with other people. And the Karen energy is about somebody who's lost that connection with other people. They don't have a contract. They don't have an agreement. And so they feel like something's not being honored or valued or respected. So they're going forth with this message of, I want to talk to the manager. Here's Karen talking to the manager and trying to get the manager to agree with her. So again, this is about you don't go out by yourself. This is you work with people on this. We've got the High Priestess. The High Priestess is about feminine wisdom. And I know Karens, I think, feel like they've got plenty of wisdom and they're going to go forth and share that wisdom and they're going to go tell the manager about their wisdom. But here's the thing. The High Priestess is about wisdom, and kind of secretive wisdom. But if you ask, she'll share it with you. Nobody's asking these women their opinions on things, and it's driving them nuts. So if nobody's going to ask, well, I guess they're going to have to just tell you what their opinion is because they're not feeling valued. And the other signifier is the Queen of Pentacles. I always think of this as like a grandmotherly type card. You can see where this woman's sitting there and the pentacles sitting on her lap like a baby. I mean, this reminds me of my grandma with a baby on her lap. And a Queen of Pentacles is about nurturing and making sure everybody has enough and about practicality. And again, I think what's happening, the energy with this is that you've got somebody who's feeling like they aren't valued, nobody's asking their opinion, and nobody's valuing what they contribute to society. And it's causing them all sorts of anguish. And they don't know what to do with it. It's a hot potato. I don't know what to do. You take it. You take my anger and my frustration. They just deal it out. Underneath it all is the Hierophant. That's this third time this card's come up in this evening. This is the 27th, actually the 7th of December. Again, Hierophant's about organizations, big organizations. It could be, government. It could be religion, large companies, that type of thing. I think in this case, it's probably just talking about society underneath everything, that these women are they're a small cog in a big society and they're not feeling their individuality. So they are lashing out at people trying to say, I've got wisdom, I've got compassion. Why don't you hear what I'm saying? Let me yell at you in your face to tell you how wise and compassionate I am. The irony of it is that, of course, they're scared, and by doing that, they're doing exactly the opposite, really self-destructive behavior. So, how do you not be a Karen? Well, you have to understand that you are valuable and your opinion does matter. And you don't need to blast it out for everybody to hear. You can have that quiet confidence that your opinion matters. What if you're dealing with a Karen? And that may be the better question for us. Let's assume that we're not Karens. How do you deal with the Karen? Well, if you know that they're not feeling valued, they're not feeling respected, they're not, the people I listen to wisdom, you just need to start talking to them. Literally, just start talking to them and ask them what's bothering them, what's wrong, and then keep asking why. And I think that there's a discovery technique called like the 5 whys or the 7 whys. You have to ask why 5 times if you want to drill down to what the root cause is. And what you're going to probably find is that there's some fear, insecurity that's just blowing up because, again, these women don't know what to do with it. Now, it could be guys too, Chads or Kevins or Kennys or whatever they're calling the male version of the complete meltdown. We call them assholes where I grew up, but yeah. So what do they want? They want some compassion. They want to be heard, and they're going about it in a destructive way. So you might be able to redirect a Karen in your life just by showing a little compassion, asking some questions, and trying to get down to the root cause of what really is going on with them. And the calmer and kinder you can present that to them, they might listen. They'll probably leave in a huff, but it's one of those things where you plant the seed and it'll fester. They'll just absolutely mull it over, and that's what causes it to grow. And maybe if you have one that's maybe not crazy, who actually is just angry, when they calm down, they might actually consider what you said. You can't change them, but maybe you can shift them closer to the path that they should be going on. The change has to come from them, and that change has to come from inside. Okay, well, that's my thoughts. That's my interpretation of why there's so many Karens out there and what's driving that. Hope you have a great night. Take care.